Hello, my name's the Retro Gaming Goose and welcome back to another video, and happy Pride Month for everyone. Now, this is my third video talking about queer gaming icons, which is not necessarily gaming characters that are queer, but are iconic within the queer community. And as a member of the queer community, I feel like I have some say on this. But if you think I'm wrong, feel free to absolutely disagree. However, this week we are talking about the one, the only Bayonetta. The theatrical and flamboyant witch that just walked onto our gaming scene and has just stapled herself as one of the queer gaming icons of all time. First released in 2009, this game franchise gave us this exact walk animation. Fantastic. Look at her strut, her stuff absolutely serves, she really does. Bayonetta's flair, hyper femininity and confidence absolutely put herself in gamers' hearts, and she has been a fan favourite among many gamers and also the queer gaming community. And to me personally, she brings a lot of personality that can be easily compared to someone like Lady Gaga or even Madonna. That's the type of character that we're dealing with in these games. I mean, when you really think about it, to call Bayonetta the Lady Gaga of gaming is actually quite an accurate sort of representation of who this character is and what she does. One of the main designers of Bayonetta, Ari Shimazaki, again I'm really sorry if I butchered that name, wanted to design a character that was unapologetically sexy and also a badass. And mission accomplished, because you absolutely nailed this character. A lot of people do criticize the character for its over-sexualization of the female body, but if you have played the games, you kind of understand that is the point and a weapon that the character uses against many characters throughout the games. Then again, I am very new to the franchise. I only picked up the first one probably about, well, I say only picked up, I only got into the first one probably around 2020, around lockdown times, and then only very recently picked up the second and third games, which I've absolutely fucking loved. But despite not having actually played a majority of the games until very recently, I had always known that she is a big character in the queer gaming scene. And I think if you look at the character at face value, you can really just see why she has become such a big character in the queer gaming scene. Her overall look, her personality, her unapologetic sexiness, just the fact that she has guns for high heels, and just her crazy storylines. I mean, a lot of the story in the Bayonetta games makes absolutely no sense, but you know, she always looks absolutely fabulous when she's doing her stuff, when she's killing demons and being a witch. Now, when doing research for this video, I spoke to a lot of my friends in the lesbian community, and the vast majority of them all pointed to Bayonetta as being one of their favourite characters in any game, particularly in design. But there is a divide between the fan base as to whether she is a feminist lesbian icon or even just pure sex appeal meant for guys. However, in my opinion, sex appeal meant for guys is also sex appeal meant for lesbians. You know, that kind of just makes sense. And it is possible to be sexy and also be a feminist. But in general, the Bayonetta games are so queer coded in their character design and the character's personality that when Bayonetta 3 came out and they actually developed a love interest between a male character or like a cis relationship, there were parts of the fan base that were really unhappy with that decision and preferred it when Bayonetta was sexually ambiguous or just a little bit bisexual, or it was just completely up to debate or depiction of how you wanted to see Bayonetta. And to put an actual staple on the character or a label on the character really damaged some of the representation that the character had and the reputation within the queer gaming community. You can look online and there are hundreds and hundreds of Reddit posts and people just talking about how Bayonetta 3 ruined the character of Bayonetta because of this decision. However, I would still argue that someone does not have to be queer to be a queer gaming icon. So just because of their choice of sexuality or character interest, I don't think that really should affect the character and your opinion on the character and what they mean to you. Now, I do understand the argument that this is a character and not a person, therefore it's not the computer game has not made this choice. Someone has programmed the computer game and written the story for this to happen. So there was a lot of debate around that, and I can completely understand why people would be upset. But then again, that begs the question, is it weird to be upset about something that was never previously confirmed nor denied and was just sort of taken at a fan base value? The point is, that's how much this character meant to the queer community, that when they made them non-queer, like deliberately non-queer, there was actually quite a lot of outrage about it. If you want to watch a more more in-depth review and a more like a much better breakdown than what I can do about the Bayonetta series, there is a video on YouTube by Dan Shepherd, who has a video just called Bayonetta is Not Straight, a video game review. Honestly, it's like a 10-minute long video. It goes into pretty much all the breakdown of the series and sort of the controversies and stuff like that in the game. But for me personally, looking at this game and this character, I didn't really understand Bayonetta for a very long time. I think when the game first released in 2009, I think I played the demo quite a few times because I used to be a really big fan of the Devil May Cry series, and this was made by the same sort of game designer, I think. So on her initial release, I didn't really get the hype. I didn't see it. I think the game was just, my brain wasn't fully developed at that time. I just didn't understand these things. And it took me, like I said, a really long time to get into the series. It wasn't until lockdown, until I decided that, you know, I'm going to give it a go again, that I truly fell in love with this character. So this is not so much a story of a character that was iconic to me growing up, not like Link and not like Samus, but this is a character very new to me that I realise is a fantastic queer-coded character and an absolute icon to the gaming series and the queer gaming community. And I think it comes across because of her personality, of her being the sassiest bitch that's ever existed, the absolute outrageous walk animation that is absolutely serving something, and just in general, this just the sheer drip of this character, the absolute balls they have to make a character like this and just put it out there for the main gaming audience and the main sort of mainstream gamers. Because I don't honestly think anyone can look at Bayonetta as a character and say, yeah, they're completely straight. And to have that representation in sort of the gaming mainstream means so much to many people within the community. To have a character that everyone, pretty much everyone that plays the game really loves this character, and most people that know gaming in general know of Bayonetta and who she is. Even if you've never really played the game, you would have seen an image of this character. And if you've seen an image of the character, you then also know that this is a character that is clearly queer-coded. But going back to what I was saying, that representation is so important for many queer gamers. I don't know how much more I can really keep saying that now. Like, I've said it enough times in this video. I think everyone gets the gist, and I feel like I'm arguing for something that is clearly obvious. But if you don't think this is obvious, if you think I'm completely wrong, please comment below, let me know. I will absolutely discuss this with you. But yeah, that's been my third video of queer gaming icons for June, which is Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. I'll say it one more time for everyone out there that celebrates, and for people that don't celebrate, because that's just going to annoy you if you don't celebrate. But if you have enjoyed this video, I have one more video coming out next week about queer gaming icons. It's a bit of a strange one, but it'll be fine, it'll be fun. I'm sure if you've enjoyed this, you enjoy the other one. Leave a comment below if you disagree, agree, or you just want to talk about anything random. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.